A lot of times too, when I'm just playing the guitar, I might be playing some leads and just kind of feeling it and come across a riff. And when I come across a riff that I like, I'll start repeating it and eventually maybe even turn it into a song. Like this one right here. I use the drop D tuner, drop it down to D, and I'm going to play from D to G. Okay, the editors of Young Guitar asked me to sit down and talk about my approach, some of my techniques with rhythm, and I'm going to address that right now. I'm going to use a lick that I've used on records before, a song that sort of incorporates something that I like to do with my rhythm style. Oftentimes I'll kind of move around while I'm just holding one note and sort of play a melody within a chord. And this sort of demonstrates that, the intro riff here to this particular piece. I'm basically holding down this F sharp with my pinky and sliding around it. And it leads into the rest of the riff, which would... What's going on there is I'm playing the first part more like a melody in the bass, and then I come in with regular straight chords. Now oftentimes to incorporate those two sounds and get the feel right, I sort of leave my thumb on the bass string and play the low notes with my thumb. If you notice right there, I'm playing the F sharp with my thumb. And a lot of guys do it, it's nothing new, but when you do this style, sometimes by using your thumb there, it frees up some other fingers to do some interesting things. Even to the extent of playing a straight chord, for example, most guys will play a B major here, like that. And when you're barring like that, you sort of run out of things to do. Your fingers are kind of trapped in that position. If you play the same notes with this finger and put this here on the low string, you got the same chord, but you got two fingers free to do some ad-libs. And that's something that I use a lot in my rhythm playing. Another thing that sometimes people ask me about is a certain kind of approach I use to some of the more faster type of lines that I play. And it's kind of I guess you'd call it arpeggio-based type of thing. But once you're in the actual arpeggio, there's some other things that go on. So I just want to show you an example of what I'm talking about. Say you're playing in B minor, for example, and you want to rattle off some kind of run. This is kind of a cool lick, and it's a little different than the average approach to playing a B minor arpeggio, which kind of could sound boring if you just play it over and over. That's a lick right there where I'm sliding. And you'll hear me do that a lot. And you can carry it on, go up into the next scale, depending on the progression you're playing over. So let's say you just want to go up the neck, but just like that. So I got to cross. what I do, the way I utilize that is I use it as a way to get from one place to another. Not just playing a straight arpeggio, but by maneuvering other notes in there. Just another approach, another technique that I use that I figured I would share with you all. Okay. Another thing that I do a lot of pentatonic-based stuff. That's a lick right there that you'll hear me do often, maybe end a phrase or to kick something off. And it's basically... when I do that lick, it's sort of a double picking thing over here. So it's 2 downstrokes in a row. Another part of my playing that I do a lot of things with is a legato style, where I'll pick a few notes and then just let the left hand take over. Something like that. Another aspect of some of the things that I do with my guitar playing, a lot of times I'll play a single note lines. I'll be picking, but at the same time plucking with my middle finger, and it gives it kind of a unique sound.